What's going on, gamers? Welcome to Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, and today we have multiple redcoats in a large redcoat fort here defending against 4 million zombies. This was actually a fan request who was rightfully so calling me out for not doing enough Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 content lately, so we back at it, baby. So he wanted a fort defense against 4 million zombies with muskets defending. Those were the requirements. So we mustered up 82,000 redcoats here to defend against the attacking zombies, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can manage to get a victory here. We have our first volleys going out from these redcoats over this way, followed by more volleys coming from these redcoats over here, and pretty soon we should have these guys firing as well. Let's wait and see how that ends up going. Right now we are up to 2,500 dead zombies. I mean, the initial volleys, they might get a few hits in there, but they're not exactly going to get a ton of kills. I believe it takes 2 musket shots to kill a zombie, unless you get a headshot, in which I think it's a one-shot. So it's a little bit tricky for these redcoats to actually take out a plethora of zombies all at once, but they're going to try their best. Here we go, absolutely brutalizing these zombies off in the distance with this rounding musket fire going out. We're up to 25, 26, 27,000 dead zombies now. However, the deaths for the redcoats are starting to mount as well. We just hit 1,000 dead redcoats. Where is that happening? Okay. Seems like over here is where we're having redcoats starting to go down. Now remember, this is just the outer circle, and we actually have 2 other circles after that. So we have the outer circle, we have the semi-inner circle, and then the innermost circle after that. And the reason they're staggered like that is to give the redcoats nice spacing and time while fighting against these zombies. So while these zombies are eating away at some of these redcoats in the outermost circle right here, the second and third circles are able to fire in to this crowd and get kills. And there isn't really much friendly fire in this game when it comes to bullets. I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, when it comes to like Sherman tank explosions and catapult fire, there is maybe a little bit of friendly fire. I can't remember exactly. But with bullets, yeah, nothing. So these guys are just basically having bullets going through them and then impacting the zombies afterwards. So totally fine. That's totally okay. Zombies are making their way through here a little bit by little bit, but it's nothing to panic about just yet for this redcoat defense. They're still managing to hold out securely for the time being. Of course, eventually this outer ring will go down, and then the redcoats will have a little bit more to panic about. At the moment, we have 150,000 dead zombies and 13,000 dead redcoats. If the redcoats do end up failing this pretty miserably, then we will go ahead and rerun this with even more redcoats. But for now, things are going okay. You know, it's about 100 or so kills per redcoat on the battlefield, which is certainly decent. It's decent, and hopefully that number goes up as the zombies get more and more stalled out in this battlefield. That would be for the best. That would be for the best. We'll see if that ends up happening, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's go ahead and let's take some shots here. Why not? Here we go. Ready? Boom! 50 damage. That's the problem. We need to get headshots, which I believe are like 100 damage. And I missed completely that time. Okay. Rip, potato chip. Zombies getting in here. Watch out, boys. Okay. Alright. We have no kills. This is rough. This is rough. Boom. 50 damage. Okay. Musket is not exactly the most accurate thing out there. Another 50 damage. My god. At least the redcoats have 300 health apiece, which is actually pretty high for any sort of ranged unit in this game. It's usually a little bit lower than that. So 300 is solid. That's solid. They could resist a little bit of incoming zombiness. We do have 2 zombie kills now as this guy. Alright. I'll take it, but maybe a little bit more would be low. Okay. Yep, no kill there. This is not working very well, fellas. Oh god. Alright, you know what? Just have fun. You do you, boo. You're probably gonna die, but it is what it is. It is what it is. The outer ring is slowly but surely getting whittled away. Why don't we go ahead and do a little time lapse of the outer ring here while it's still live, so we can see the breakthrough and the entrance of the zombies into the second ring once that does happen. Remember, at the top right we have all of the statistics, you know, 285,000 dead zombies, 30,000 dead redcoats. I'm thinking this is going to be a Red Coat L now, but let's find out. Alright, so we just witnessed in fast motion there the zombies basically just tearing through the outer line and then making their way into the inner more lines here for the redcoats. The redcoats are now struggling a good bit here. This is probably going to end up being a loss. They have 500,000 kills. They only have 21,000 soldiers left. The corners here are the toughest spots for the zombies to get through, and that's of course because these are redcoats stacked on top of redcoats technically, just by how the battle lines are drawn. So it's a bit denser and it's going to slow down the zombies, and you can see that kind of happening as these like peninsulas into the zombie lines are formed here. Meanwhile, the middle section is still doing its best to get some kills and see some action there, but at the end of the day, this is likely going to be a zombie dubski. So why don't we go ahead and just do a quick little fast forward. We'll do fast little time lapse here of the zombies coming in and taking out these guys, and then we'll try running it back and seeing if we can get the redcoats a victory in a similar setup to this. Maybe no lines, but just solid redcoat block. Let's see. Alright guys, we have a few redcoat stragglers here up against 3 million zombies. Sorry if during that time lapse the mouse moved and you couldn't see everything, because my cat sat on it. He's now sitting on the table like, yeah, so what about it? This is my seat. Either way, this is just going to be a slow, agonizing, painful death for these redcoats, so I say we go ahead and reboot this battle, baby, because right now, yeah, this is just gonna be slow and painful. So I'll be right back. Alright boys, this time around we've got 150,000 redcoats, and there are still lines in here. You'll notice you can see like darker and lighter versions of the redcoat fort here. Well, some of the lines still exist, but I put one large blob of redcoats over it. So some of these places are actually very densely packed with redcoats, like right here. Meanwhile, over here, it's a bit thinner. Now, the idea is that it's going to take the zombies so long to get through the thick lines and also just move through this solid block of redcoats at a time that the redcoats might just be able to pull this thing away with nearly double what they had last time. Last time they had 80,000. Now we have, what's the exact number? 151,000. So a little less than double. A little less than double. And last time they got about 1 million kills. We're hoping this time they can get 4. So we'll see if this is going to be an exponential growth type of a deal here for the redcoats, or if it won't be. And they just end up getting creamed anyway, because who gives a darn? Either way, I am hoping that either this weekend or next weekend we're going to be seeing another Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 update. The last one, I'll be completely honest, it was fairly underwhelming for me. We got the Mongolians and the tornado feature, and that was kind of it. I understand that they did a lot of bug fixes and stuff like that, and I think that's great for the longevity of the game, but if I were them, I'd honestly just throw that in and then keep the Mongolians and the tornadoes for a bigger content update. My cat is snoring on the table now. I'm not sure if you can hear that. But either way, yeah, it just felt very underwhelming to get such a minor content update. It made me feel like, you know, I don't really want to return fully to the game just yet, with there not really being a huge content update or anything along those lines for Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. And so I think they probably should have just held off until they did have a bigger content update going for us, and I think that would have resulted in a lot more people coming back to the game and stuff like that. Because right now, Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 is kind of dead, to be completely honest. Not a lot of people are playing it, not a lot of people are watching it, and this game has always been a bit more of a watch game versus a play game, you know? Like, it gets a lot of views on YouTube, and you know, some people do play the game quite a bit, but for the most part, I think people just enjoy watching the game over playing the game more often than not. And so I think here, you know, the views have gone way down on my channel. I've sort of like started going back to Men of War stuff and doing more stuff with that. I know, you know, people like Captain Cigar and RTS Battle Room and stuff like that. Their views have started to kind of go down with Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 as well. So I think a major content update is needed to sort of revive it, and I think there is nothing better than the workshop to go ahead and do that. Add the Steam Workshop, and I think we are good to go for launch. Of course, I know that they are working hard on this, and they're great developers. They're very interactive with the community. I think they're doing a great job, honestly, thus far, with constant updates and things like that. And I think they're trying to do the workshop, from what I understand. You know, they're trying to get it right before releasing it. They don't want a messy workshop. They don't want a workshop that doesn't work. They want to make sure that they've got this thing fully fleshed out before they go ahead and do a hard launch of the workshop. So I think that's very smart as well. And so I really can't wait until they do release the workshop fully. And I think we'll have some very, very big things in the future of Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 once they do release the workshop. I mean, think about that. Then the developers, guess what? They don't have to release any more updates officially. Maybe maps and stuff would be good, unless they're making a map creator, which would be insane. But think about it. There's just going to be constant units being posted to the workshop from custom modders and stuff like that. They will never have to do a major update to Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, again, unit-wise, because there will just be the community running the game. And hopefully that will sort of revive the community a little bit and get us some more views and stuff like that. And more people playing the game, because that's what matters. Either way, right now in this battle, we do have 500,000 dead zombies and 22,000 dead redcoats, so this does seem to exponentially be helping out the redcoats, the massive blob effect, and the zombies are going through them a lot slower, which means a lot more fire coming out from the redcoats for a longer period of time. While we go ahead and run a time lapse, I'm going to try and move the mouse away from my cat so it doesn't thwack it again, and we can watch these zombies moving on in to the redcoat lines here and slowly but surely taking them over. Let's run it. Alright, so after a little while here, I don't think the cat kicked the mouse, but he's doing a big stretch now. I'm sure some of you guys are more invested in the cat's antics than anything else. But it looks like right now, the Redcoats are doing solid. And they have a very solid chunk of soldiers still left alive. 70k condensed into this tiny little area here. This is going to be the toughest defense that they've got. 1.5 million dead zombies, meaning there's 2.5 million left alive. I feel like that is very decent. That is getting into the territory of we could be seeing a win here for the Redcoats if they can hang on for dear life. This could be good. This could be good. I think we're going to run one last time lapse here of these guys defending, and hopefully we don't end up seeing those zombies coming too deep in here, or else things could be lost. But as long as you know, these Redcoats can manage to keep them at bay and just continue to spray fire at them, we might be seeing a victory here. This is looking very promising. Alright, boys, the zombies win again. I don't know what happened, but they hit like the Nas on their zombie eating ability and just turboed through the last remaining Redcoats there. Redcoats got 2.3 million kills. Zombies have 150,000. There's still 1,000 Redcoats remaining on top of these rafters. I think I'll let them fire around for a little bit and just let the zombies eventually kill them, obviously, but I don't think they're going to win. I guess I'll cut until they're dead. Alright, boys. Apparently there's still a few more of these Redcoats left. Oh, here they are. They're just chilling right here. You know what? Have a tornado. Alright, there's like 50 Redcoats left alive. That's pretty much a big fat L. They just couldn't pull off the victory. I felt like the 150,000 Redcoats was going to be able to do it, but I guess not. I guess they just really weren't capable. I don't know, maybe I'm no longer good at balancing Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 battles. I've never been that good at it in the first place, but, you know, clearly not all that great for this one. Either way, guys, if you want to see some more Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 experiments in the future, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe with notifications on, and comment down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.